Hey everyone, how's it going? It's me, Biz.
And it is I, Lunar, and we're flying solo, except as a duo.
Yeah, pretty much. And my cats are, tagging along on this one. Because right now they're hunting for flies. I keep telling them there's nothing here. But anyway, so yeah, if you hear any, jostling.
Flies. Are you sure that they're not part frog? What sick experiments are you up to, Biz?
Don't judge me. Anyway, yeah, so if you hear any jangling around, that's probably because they're either jumping around or playing, or, they're trying to get my attention. But yeah, so you guys voted, and thank God you guys don't hate us that much, but we are going to be covering Doctor Who. You had two choices. You could either go for Dot and Bubble, which would have been absolute hell for me, because God, I hate that episode. Or you could go for... Yeah. Or you can go for the Peter Capaldi special, The Return of Dr. Mysterio, which is actually a reference to the Latin American Doctor Who.
Yep, because look, a fun fact. There it is. He is known as Dr. Mysterio.
Yep. So, yeah. So, joke's on you, Marvel, you can't sue. Or can you actually do anything? I mean, technically, Doctor Who is now at Disney, but you could watch this episode on Max. So yeah, because again, we were actually just saying.
Let's not get into the legalities of it.
Yeah, look, like as you point out.
Your brain hurt.
Yeah, before we record, Lunar, you kind of summed it up. Doctor Who is way too big for one streaming service. Anyway, so yeah, on my mark, we will begin. And if you want to watch this with us, again, it's available on Max, or I don't know, you either have the box set, you have it on iTunes, or maybe it fell off a truck, or you decide screw it, I just want to listen to this like a podcast. Anyway, on my mark, get set, and okay, Murdoch. Okay, Murdoch's now trying to chew on my hand. I've been feeding you. What's going on? Okay. Oh no, he just wants to play. Because there's food in his bowl, like right there. Yeah, he.
Are we starting now? Or...
Yeah. Sorry. The cat is distracting me. Okay, let's go.
Is there one to do?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, go.
Yeah. We begin on a starry night. Yeah. Oh my God! I accidentally got into the Ned Leeds Hulk movie. Run for your life! I kid. Okay. But yeah, this is very classic comic book. Like I feel like they took pages from like Dick Tracy. Because yeah, this I don't know. This gives me like some Dick Tracy, like maybe Batman '89 vibes from how it's shot and how the city looks here.
Oh yeah, Joe's Pizza.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, every place has a Joe's.
Yeah, there's
a Joe's, whatever. There is a Joe's.
Yeah, look, every Deadpool has a Peter. Every city has a Joe.
And I just noticed the Superman comic.
Yeah.
And then I noticed they were careful not to actually show the cover. That's good. Like, no, that was like a issue. Like I think I know that issue though.
Yeah. Though okay, we do see the background, and a lot of we see a lot of like DC and Marvel stuff. I'm surprised that they were allowed to do that, to bring them all up there. And yeah, the straight up Marvel poster right there. They just like in big big.
And that comic he grabbed his glass off of, very easily a Bronze Age comic. From the art style, can't tell if it's Marvel or DC though.
Yeah.
And of course we have the Doctor here.
Yeah.
Doing something.
Yeah. I gotta give it to I feel like a lot of people gave Peter Capaldi some flack, but honestly I liked his Doctor. I thought he was a really good Doctor.
Oh yeah. He's easily in my top 5.
Yeah, like I think that he just had a lot of great moments there, and yeah, I will say his first season wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the greatest start, but it really like got better and stuff. Like the only complaint I had after that was Clara, because I just felt like Clara just overstayed her welcome.
Yeah. And here we have the Doctor desperately trying not to regenerate early.
Yeah, he's like, no, let's not go to the terrible retcons yet. Yeah. Okay, now my cat. Yeah, now my cat has stopped nibbling on me. Now he's just watching Peter Capaldi. So, yay! My cat likes Doctor Who. He gives.
Just remember, that's like Doctor Who, and robots like Tilda Swinton.
Yeah. Also, yeah, the kid gives him milk and cookies and stuff because he might be Santa. Like,
Or as he's or prefers to be known as Jeff.
yep. Yeah, it's kind of funny because technically, like, it was this was technically like, oh yeah, we got a straight up Superman comic right here, and yeah, no, yeah, I think I actually own this issue. I think I got in a collector's in a collector's trade.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's easily like that's definitely from the Burn run.
Yeah, like yeah,
Yeah.
this is from like man, like yeah, like this easily could have been like during like this was I don't think, yeah, this wasn't in Man of Steel in the Man of Steel comics. I mean, not the frickin' Snyder movie.
No, no, but this,
Around
no.
that
This
era
this is
though.
definitely from the Burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, like seriously, just the art style alone. I love the fact that
Oh, he
we
drew.
probably this is probably the best.
Oh wait, he drew on the frickin'
Yeah.
book. You Philistine. you know. But
Also,
yeah,
new spec like also Doctor. Come on.
yeah,
It always is weird when you have the Doctor react to pop culture. It's like I remember you remember that CGI episode they did with with a Tenant, where it's like no one's ever seen Die Hard or Alien or Aliens, and I'm like, I think the Doctor probably forgets certain pops
well,
culture
hell,
stuff depending on the regeneration.
yeah, well, hell, if we want to go for canonicity, yeah, it's probably the case because in the not the special after that, but the special after, like, not the special after, but the special before it, the one where he actually does meet, like, quote unquote Santa. They have that scene where the
Oh
guy
yeah, with
says,
face huggers.
yeah, like those face hugger looking things, and he's like, it's like an alien. He's like, you have a horror movie called Alien. No wonder you guys get invaded all the time. That's so offensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get a little bit of a. Let's face it. This is slightly. This is a bit of an ET reference here with him messing with this little, making this makeshift satellite.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And and also when you realize, let's see here, a super alien scientist giving a kid something that's going to give them superpowers. Yeah, that really is just an origin and a superhero origin in and of itself.
yeah. Though here's another thing to consider. Yeah, of course, Superman is like the big thing they're paying homage to, but you could also argue it's a little bit of Captain Marvel as well, because think about this: we got the Doctor, who's like this, this centuries old being, who is seen as almost a god to some people, and hell, at one point has posed as a wizard, giving this young child superpowers, and he winds up using his powers for good, to fight crime.
Plus two, the fact that he's an alien also kind of goes into like even a more scientist really is also probably a nod to Miracle Man, because before the whole retcon of the like Alan Moore version, that was the idea that a super scientist gave him the power to change into Miracle Man.
Yep. Like, I mean, the only difference is the kid doesn't have to say like a magic word or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which to be fair,
Yeah.
would still be probably on the table with the Doctor, like, oh, it's a passphrase or something.
Yeah. Which, oh yeah, by the way, yeah, he's explaining the device to this child and stuff, and I'm just and brings up this gemstone. I'm like, okay, I know you want to educate this kid, because yeah, I do like. That's another thing I like about Peter Capaldi's Doctor. He's more of an educator in this interpretation. Like, he really does feel like a teacher.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which again is a nice callback to the fact that the series, for those of you watching, believe it or not, was originally supposed to be a kind of like magic school, like the magic school bus before the magic school bus. It was like the Doctor teaching kids about history and everything else.
Yeah. Like, it's really cool. Hell, we even got a little. Hell, that even happened with his first season, where like where he's showing that where he's trying to teach a kid about star systems, but the kid gets sick because she's not used to being in a TARDIS.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I think they also said that she if she's afraid of heights too, so that she literally stress vomited all over the
Yep.
TARDIS.
And right here, the doctor finds out, yeah, the kid decided to mess with something that he shouldn't be messing with. Which, of course, like you're literally doing some mad scientist crap right in front of this kid, proving that apparently super science exists. So of course he's gonna go for that. But yeah, the kid.
Also, I'm just gonna say this right here.
Yeah.
a kid with brown hair with a super scientist that doing screwing up us an experiment. Right here we have literally a Rick and Morty bit.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, like as the doctor points out that well, he's about to point out that yeah, essentially what happened was that the gemstone that granted him this power essentially like granted him it was like a wish granter pretty much, and he wished to be a superhero. Yeah. Now we fast forward
Yep,
to
and he ended up.
yeah,
Yep, and he's an adult,
yeah,
which and pulling the best Reeve Clark and
yeah.
probably since honestly Reeves Clark Kent.
Weirdly enough, I didn't get Clark Kent when I first saw him. Like when I first looked at him, he looked more like Peter Parker.
I'm talking about like general mannerisms are clearly based on Reeves. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. White. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the mannerisms are very similar to Clark Kent, but I don't know, like the way he's dressed and down, like and how he acts a little bit later. I don't know, it reminded me a lot of like Peter Parker and stuff. Hell, the hairstyle reminds me a lot of Ultimate Peter Parker.
True. Also, when you realize that that is literally American Goku.
Damn, you're right. Now we have the opening here, which I'm not going to skip. And I like this was probably like I don't know. I would say this is my second favorite opening. I dig the clockwork element to this.
Oh yeah, like at the Roman numeral spiral,
Yeah,
everything going.
yeah. We see
Like
yeah Capaldi's face like they're showing up right there, which I kind of wish that they did that for every doctor. It feels weird sometimes when they don't do it.
yeah, I mean the only one I can really think of that they came out when they started doing it again is like honestly this fun fact. If anyone ever watched the Stranger Time in Space special, like the behind the scenes of the first
Yeah,
series, and of course, so here we have the not Daily Planet.
yeah. Like again,
Um,
it's amazing of how much they were able to get away with this. For hell, when I first saw this as a kid, I thought, wait, are they implying that maybe we'll see Doctor Who be owned by DC? Because I think around that time they were still like, oh wait, no, never mind. Because like, yeah, like I was thinking, maybe Doctor Who will move to DC or do a crossover with DC. Which I mean, technically they did, but not really.
but what I was saying earlier with the whole thing of like the face thing, if anyone ever saw like the behind the scenes like making of like the documentary, the docudrama of the first making the first Doctor Who series, they were going to put William Hartnell's face in there, but they thought he looks too scary.
Oh yeah. No, and while we're talking, we're introduced to our main villain, who, uh, at first comes off as like our Lex Luthor, which I mean, not too far off, but given what happens later, it's less Lex Luthor and more kind of a weird fusion of the Ultra Humanite and maybe a little bit of Starro.
And a little bit of Mr. Mind and Who, because again, we're clearly going for your basic flying brick villains here.
Yeah.
And of course, we also have our Lois Lane.
Yep. And our main villain here, who has like the big frickin' mark on his face, which like I know it was meant to foreshadow, but at the same time, like that is like some very obvious villain thing. Like you'd think they want to put some makeup on, like kind of cover that up. His nose is bleeding blue.
Plus, too,
Yeah,
and of course, his name is Doctor Sim. Change one letter in that. That is just pure supervillain name.
yeah. So yeah, he's we're we got this guy here who, yeah, like when I first saw him again, I honestly thought he was gonna be like the Lex Luthor of this whole thing. Like I thought they were gonna go full on Superman with this. But yeah, we're seeing this villain plan here, and this dude's really swanky office building. But I feel like every villain has a swanky office building, like when they're supposed to be billionaires. And we got
Yep.
oh yeah, and here we got my second favorite companion in the Doctor Who series, because he is the one who will openly tell the Doctor, "I will kick your ass."
Yep. Good old Nardole.
Yeah,
I kind of wish that he had managed to stick around a little longer.
At least Norwell got a happy ending though. Like I was at least happy. Like
Oh yeah.
he got to live. He gets to live a life with a family with a found family of his own. Um, and yeah, we see all the brains and jars and stuff. Again,
Classic mad science.
yeah. But I also again, it made me think of like the Ultra Humanite a little bit because again, I know like to those who are getting into comics and might only know the Ultra Humanite for like I don't know like the animated shows. Yeah, he's not just a big freaking ape. The dude literally is like just a brain that hops bodies all the time.
And fun fact, he is actually the first supervillain that Superman ever fought. In fact, he was originally the first bald supervillain Superman ever fought.
Yep.
Lex originally had hair.
Yep. Yeah, we get a look at these brains here in their while they swim in Gatorade, which I don't judge. You do you conquering aliens.
Yeah, I mean, if heads of Futurama survive on fish flakes, I guess brains survive on blue Powerade.
Yeah, and the doctor just shows up. He's just getting sushi because like again to him this is just like him watching an alien talk about like invading the planet is literally just like it's Tuesday. I can stop to get a snack.
Also, yeah, I brought snacks. Mark of a pro. Keep listening. I'm like, yeah, Plus, he picks snacks that are not exactly allowed to eat.
Yeah.
Oh, don't tap the glass. They hate that.
Yeah. Why would you even like? I never get that. Why would you tap the glass? Oh, and the eyes come out, which is so freaking. How did she see that at such a distance?
Like, yeah. Also, yep, and this is where we get the. Yep. Bye bye to our Lex wannabe.
Yep. Well, I mean, he technically is Lex still. He's just Lex from Superman, Batman generations.
And also, technically, from whatever happened to the Man of Tomorrow, seriously, Lex got done dirty in that story.
Yeah, true. Like nothing wrong with that story. It's a good story, but yeah, Lex got screwed over. Though they did kind of reference it in Justice League the animated series with how they handled Lex in during the Cadmus arc. Also,
True.
the one thing I always will appreciate from Doctor Who, they do a solid job with the body horror.
Oh yeah, like seriously, my favorite episodes are still like the Rebel Flesh and the Almost People. That is literally my top favorite 2 episodes of all time from the series.
Oh yeah, no, that episode was so freaking creepy, especially with like just her slowly morphing into like the Flash monster.
Yeah, that is some pure Resident Evil shit.
Yeah, like these. Yeah, like and again, like just imagine like you were like these like you're a surgeon. Your job is literally I gotta be in here until like we have to harvest another brain.
Like, you think they play cards? Like, all right, I'm gonna win this hand. Like, oh man, now he calls us in.
Yeah,
I had that hand.
or no, they get like well because it looks like a closed space. They probably have like they just have their phones. They're playing like freaking Tetris or something. And like maybe they're about to win the game and they're like, damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, how did she see any of that?
Like, are we sure she doesn't have some kind of supervision in this case?
Yeah. Again, the doctor, he
Yeah, she does, but still.
Yeah, because I mean, the doctor, like, he's encountered these aliens before, so like.
Lucy, of course.
Yeah.
That's a small nod.
Yeah, because look, if you're gonna be Superman, you have to have a love interest whose first letter is L in the name.
Yep.
Yeah.
Are always capital cities.
Yeah.
Nope. Well, maybe not capital city, but it is has biggest population. So it makes sense for this kind of plan.
Yep. but yeah, like, and of course, yeah, like yeah, he has them cornered. He has them cornered. Gun to their backs and stuff. And again, like it's always hilarious whenever you encounter a species that legit don't realize who he is. Like again, I know with regeneration
Yeah.
they tend to forget that kind of stuff because like they probably don't know what he looks like now, but at the same time it's just kind of hilarious. And of course we get
Like
our
when you
hero.
hear someone say that, yeah,
Yeah, we get our hero and
which the ghost,
yeah.
which not gonna lie, okay, he pulls off essentially Keaton's Batman in the costume. He looks like Peter Parker and he acts like Clark Kent.
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay, the costume to me it kind of reminds me a little bit of I don't know. The costume reminds me a lot of Sky High. Like if you change, if like you brighten up the colors and
Oh,
stuff, like I don't know, it looks like
and
yeah,
oh yeah.
yeah, it looks
Also, that everything can withstand 4 nuclear explosions. Yeah, no, this, they, which is why you're going to. Again, it's the classic thing of just why are you shooting him when you know it's not going to work?
yeah, like it's just a classic bit right there. Like he doesn't even try. Like I think my favorite take on that was probably in Shazam, where like Freddy's like, "Oh, maybe it's just a suit. Okay, shoot him in the face. Yeah, shoot me in the face. Wait, what?" And he gets shot in the face.
Yeah, which I will say I do like that take where it's like where Savant establishes, oh yeah, anything that's not magic is not going to hurt you. Magic though is going to be a problem, which I do like the fact they actually bring that up.
Yep.
But also, Grant, you literally just you just came up with a ghost to just have the G on your chest, didn't you? You just wanted to personally monogram it, didn't you?
Yeah. Also, that mask, just getting a closer look at it, that is very Kyle Rayner.
Yep.
Yeah.
And like Kyle Rayner, you have to realize it's like just be thankful you have X-ray vision because your peripherals have to be a nightmare in that kind of mask.
Yeah. And the doctor immediately knows it's Grant.
Well, how many other flying bricks does he know?
Honestly, given it's the doctor, probably several.
Yeah.
Like,
You know what? I'd actually love if they did a kind of a semi follow up, and he's on a planet that's like a retro Earth, and there's literally just a Superman knockoff flying around. It's like, and he just has this eternal feud with him, if only because he keeps interrupting the saves he's about to pull off.
yeah.
Because then the doctor shows up, he's going to save everything. This guy flies in, solves it. He's like, why did I waste a Sunday here?
Yeah.
And there's the nod to the put you off flying bit.
Yeah. And yeah, he has a Bay monitor in there, which is like that's kind of like again. I imagine that's something that Superman probably would carry if he had a kid. If he had a kid. Uh,
Well, at least a kid that young.
yeah.
Then again, to be fair, he's the human. He's the like living baby monitor. At that
Okay, that
point.
was a Wonder Woman move right there. The spinning around.
Yep. Which again, you have to wonder how in the world is that part of his powers?
Yeah, like it's not like oh he like because when like yeah I was like expecting like the doctor to reveal that oh I made you this thing just in case but yeah the doctor but yeah as you saw earlier the doctor clearly did not know he was going to be an actual superhero.
Yeah. Also, I love the fact that they're bringing up like no, in this universe, Earth isn't to just have superheroes. Like the doctors point out, no, they don't belong in this world. They're not an anomaly. You know, like yeah, that's pretty much why they're going. Yeah, we're probably not going to bring this up too much after this.
Yeah. Though yeah well still like the mentioning of other worlds. I mean the doctor again I know the Marvel comics are not canon anymore but the doctor did meet other superheroes.
Yep. In fact, in the Captain Britain run, they actually brought up the fact that an alternate version of the Seventh Doctor became like posed as Merlin and is the originator of the Captain Britain Corps.
Yeah. Also, this dude's and
Which
also
again,
oh, gone.
which again is a bunch of flying bricks. So every time that's just what you know. If you're going to get powers from the Doctor, that's just what you know you're going to get. You're just going to be a Superman type.
Yeah. Well, hey, with Doctor Who now on Disney Plus, or at least the new season on Disney Plus, who like maybe that's what we'll get Captain Britain. I almost said Doctor Britain. Uh, yeah,
Yeah. And of course, the Doctor has to explain things.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he followed you.
yeah. Also, I just realized, like I feel like I just realized. Okay, I think that this is also kind of a low key reference to Arnold playing with the kids' toy. Um, okay, this is also meant to be kind of a reference to Superman Returns because think about this, like he's like a flying brick superhero who's in love with a reporter who already has a kid. Like the only difference is this kid is definitely not his.
Lombard, like her, Lucy Lombard. That is her maiden name. I'm like, okay, yep, yep. I'm guessing you have an Uncle Steve.
Yeah,
Or
like
maybe your dad's name's Steve. Who knows?
yeah, like the fact again, I like makes me kind of wish that like if DC did if DC did a crossover with Doctor Who, they bring this character back and just make him part of the DC canon.
Yeah. Also, I just realized his hair here. He looks like Mouth from the Goonies.
Holy crap, he kind of does. Well, I mean, like, given the era that, because again, like we got if the present day is the year is actually the year it came out, then yeah, this would probably be like the late '90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
Yeah, that
All I
that
know is he looks like a dead ringer for Corey Feldman.
yeah. But I mean, that hairstyle was also kind of a thing back in the day too, like with Max Keebler's
Oh,
yeah, big
I
moving.
used to love that movie.
Yeah, and also that girl legit looked like she belonged in Heather's. He's floating.
Yep.
Yeah.
Was this your favorite? How do you know?
Yeah. Also,
To
I
quote the mask in that death, and to quote the mask in that death battle, Enos metaphor.
yep. Also, I know we talked over the scene, but yeah, like dropping the title card right there because or dropping the title right there because yeah, he gives him the name Doctor Mysterio because all he knows is that he's a doctor and he's mysterious, and it's Doctor Mysterio.
Yep. Which again, it's like it kind of goes into that like a comic book fan. Like, let's be honest here, we all do it. I know you and I have had lengthy discussions about what to call like DC's Captain Marvel in lieu of the fact he can't legally be called Captain Marvel in the comic.
Yeah.
Just going with like the Doctor or the Major or the Captain or whatever. It's like it's serviceable, but you still kind of want to add more to it.
Yeah, like for me, I'm like again could have went with Captain Thunder. I mean, again, they used Captain Thunder in Flashpoint, but let's not get too
Yeah,
much
what's the
into.
problem that they can't even they still can't even really call him that like on the comic though because Roy Thomas has that trademark.
Yeah, true, but I mean, like hell, with Captain Marvel, he usually had the title be Shazam, but he was called Captain Marvel. Also, yeah, Mister Huffles feels pain. So
Which, let's be honest here, I think even if the doctor told her the absolute truth, this is still technically while this might be technically be a Lois Lane, she would still probably think he's lying.
yeah, a little bit of that. Um, and of course, we see the Guardian, like saving someone from a fire. Um,
Yeah. Wait, no, the ghost.
or the Ghost. Sorry, I want to call him. I don't know why I just call him. Like, I feel like that's. I feel like that
Well,
would have.
to be fair,
Yeah,
it's the better name.
yeah,
Let's be honest here.
yeah. Like when I first saw him, I thought they were gonna call him like because again, when you see G, my first instinct was not Ghost. When I first saw it, I thought they were gonna call him the Guardian as a kid. Um,
When I first saw this as a kid, I was thinking like, are they going to call him like, I don't know, maybe Gamma Man or something? Like, well, let's be honest here. Grant does seem like the kind of guy who would go for like the man thing, as far as like something man.
Yeah, some like yeah. Um, I like this back and
Maybe
forth. Yeah. By the way, I like this back and forth in here and stuff, and it made me kind of wonder if like this was going to be the special that would introduce like the official new companion. Because again, yeah, Naruto was still with the Doctor and stuff, but everyone kind of felt like there always has to be like another person between the two because Naruto is like an alien still, and like usually they want to keep like one of the main companions human. Um,
Yeah.
So I thought maybe like one of those two, like either one or both, were gonna wind up becoming like the next companion. Which I feel like this would have been a good way to. I think she would have been a good choice and stuff. But yeah, again, the fact that she's a mom and
Yeah.
mom and everything, they probably didn't want to do that. I mean, hell,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, again,
Plus, too, if she would be the first reporter that's been in the TARDIS.
yeah, but yeah, like again, her being a mom probably was not going to be the uh best choice there. He saves the two kids. Like, I love the fact that okay, like those two actors and stuff, like they don't even look like they just went through like a fire and stuff. They're just giving that look of like, what just happened?
Yeah, I mean, she's got a point on that one.
Yeah,
Which I do feel like she's really leaping onto the whole, like, just tell me thing. Because I'm like, yeah.
I
Even
mean,
if he did, there's absolutely no reason why he would tell you.
saying like theorizing that he's a part of an agency is not too much of a leap. Because I mean,
I mean, he
technically,
technically is the. He never got fired from UNIT. He's technically still the chief science officer of UNIT.
yeah,
You think? Also, I love the fact that he kind of seems to have, like, camouflaged the baby monitor a little bit.
yeah,
Also, still, that is some Superman level speed feats right there, because literally halfway across town, he's instantly back and has the baby in hand.
yep,
And of course, we have the. Oh, of course, he has to solve something over in England.
yep,
Because, again, let's remind everyone Doctor Who is still an English based series.
yeah. Yeah, like I was like again, I'm surprised that they decided to actually base this in America. Like I know, like again, I know like
Well, it is the birthplace of all superheroes.
yeah, true, but still, you'd think that they would like I don't know, they would try to find some reason to have them be in the UK instead of like having being like, oh no, this takes place in America. Like a good chunk of the story is in America.
Yep.
Yep. He's freaking white and she still can't figure it out.
I prefer mild mannered.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that. How did just in chat when shake his head no not become a meme? Like there, that looked like prime meme material.
Oh yeah. And now she's talking to the ghost on the phone.
But also, I love how the doctor is pretty much like, okay, no, he's like an outsider looking in on the whole secret identity love interest thing. He's like, no, this is stupid. This is just look, just tell her.
Yeah. We get like
Like it had its place, and I still do think it has its place. But if you really do plan on two characters being together, just try to sort through it as fast as possible.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I get like not telling them like the instant you meet them and stuff. Like take your time. I mean, hell, they even kept that in My Adventure with Superman, where like, yeah, Clark, like, well,
Yeah.
okay, Clark didn't tell anyone, but yeah, like they didn't really start talking about it until like later in the first season.
Also, I also love the comic panel bit there. Also, I believe that is how you do the comic panel thing. You actually have them have like lines between them, not just random scenes.
Yeah, and hell also and not do like weird random freeze frames for certain moments like again that explode like I don't know that explosion scene in the movie where like the guy's going ah I don't know it looks so freaking weird I scared my
That
cat.
is where I'll be honest. That is that is nowhere. That is where I stopped taking that movie seriously.
Yeah.
Like how edgy or anything else is trying to be. At that point, like no, no, you can't. You had something going and you lost it.
Yeah, again the doctor is just
At
going like
worst, it's like really, really, you're doing this.
yeah.
She's jealous. You're jealous of you.
Yeah, just like, which I mean, I guess, I mean, that was a superhero plight for the longest time. Like, we had stuff of like, oh, Lois Lane like Superman, but not Clark Kent, uh, or Peter Parker had like his relationships, where like some girls like Spider Man more than Peter Parker, or in the case of Gwen Stacy, it was reverse. She hated Spider Man but loved Peter.
Which again, I think people always forget that too. Like people are like, oh, they would have gotten together if she didn't. Like probably no. People always forget the reason Peter's kind of hung up on Gwen for the most part is they were literally broken up and and he kind of didn't like either of his selves at that point.
Yeah, and she died hating Spider Man. She hate like that would mess with them a little bit. Like hell,
Like seriously, she died not really liking Peter that much at that point, and just hating Spider-Man.
yeah. And we see here we have the villain. We have our main villain. Just readjusting to his body because again he is going to be like our ultra humanite. All he needs is a gorilla body for a second.
Which, to be fair, it's Doctor Who. They still could have pulled that off. Like, oh, you think you have a speed? Well, behold, the Saturnian ape, and just put his body in it.
Yep. And also, this is when they're starting to like study the Doctor and stuff because they're like, yeah, no, like the dude with the Invincible Man is cool and all, but yeah, and, oh yeah, and the Doctor freaking trolls them. I freaking love that. Like he's fucking with their surveillance cameras.
Yeah. Which again, it's like you know what? A friend of mine said this, and I kind of agree to a certain extent. Paulie's doctor really is just Rick Sanchez without alcoholism.
Yeah. Like, oh, then also he does respect, his companions a little bit more.
Again, without the alcoholism.
Yeah.
Because I'm 99% sure if Rick has actually stayed sober for very long, he wouldn't have much of a problem.
Okay.
But there's some Cronenberg.
Yeah, that's a really cool effect right there.
Wait, again, he had a gun in his head. Oh, it's like that anime gun head.
Yeah, which
only more literal.
Yeah, also
less literal somehow.
Yeah, also nice little way to get past the sensors by making his insides blue. Like I guess when you swap
fact, kid, as long as it's not fun fact, kids, as long as it's not red, you can show alien levels of gore, and it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, watch early Powerpuff Girls. Bubbles like slaughtered a bunch of monsters.
But because their blood was kind of reddish yellow, but not red, it worked.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a hamburger.
Yeah. I mean, hamburgers can save the universe. Haven't you read Secret Wars?
That is true.
Yeah, the TARDIS comes in just in the nick of time, and yeah, I really dug this TARDIS design and stuff. This was actually a very interesting design here because it was very different from what we were used to prior to that. Because yeah, like during the new seasons of Doctor Who, we're gonna say new seasons because from the 2000s. The TARDIS had a very consistent style to it. Like there was always kind of like these. It was very organic, kind of like an almost choral look to it. But this kind
of then we got this is more alien. This is like okay, it's alien. This is more like This looks like a ship, actually.
Yeah, it went. Yeah, again, going back to the more classic Who, very sleek, very stylish and stuff, and we've kind of continued on with it afterwards and stuff. Like like the 13th Doctor kind of did that again, but not to the same extent.
Mind of Evil, now playing. I feel like that was supposed to be a reference to something too, but I can't really think of it out of the top of my head.
Well, remember these aliens are literally like stealing the brains of others, so they are a mind of evil.
True. I think they probably put that there too because they weren't sure if they could get away with having literally having invasion of the body snatchers.
Yeah.
Which too is also pretty much the plot, only without the pods.
Yeah, or the freakish screaming.
Yeah.
He brought a basket there.
Hey, if it works for Superman.
Yeah. But well, he does this on the he totally assumes this is a date. Like, doesn't even realize. Yeah, this is an interview. This is like a discussion of information.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, never mind.
Seriously.
Yeah, I think in this.
To be fair, Lois did show up in pretty much a 90. In the first movie.
Yeah, true. Though, okay, not gonna lie. Like, this scene reminds me a lot of like the freaking Chase Meridian scenes from Batman Forever, where she's being all flirtatious and stuff. She shows up in like a nightgown, and I'm just going, okay, you're a therapist, and you literally just used like police equipment to call in a booty call. What the hell, lady?
Yeah.
Also,
this is less creepy for one reason.
Yep.
He doesn't have nipples on his costume.
True. Also, we're now in Japan, and Nels, get out of that costume. I feel like you're offending somebody.
Hey, it's not Asian. He literally said it's Constantinople.
Yeah.
Why'd they change that? Who can say?
It came out.
Liked it better that way.
Damn it, you beat me to it. Yeah. Though I do wonder, was his costume maybe also a small reference to the Celestial Toymaker?
Probably, though, again, different continent, but that hat is straight up Celestial Toymaker, though.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just realized his cape has some green in it. It kind of looks like, you know what he also kind of looks like with the green on the cape, too, and the black?
Meteor Man?
He looks like Ethan Edwards.
Oh.
No, Ethan Edwards, with the black and the... Also, he doesn't have heat vision, making us snap things in reality. That's okay. You know what? Let's go with that, because let's be honest here. Every flying brick that's not literally a Kryptonian always has an extra or two power that's just like kind of odd given the rest of the power sets.
Yeah.
Basic super strength, basic X-ray vision.
She brings up the fact that I wouldn't be shocked. Like, she's like, yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if you were tempted to use that in your adolescence. I'm like, yeah, let's face it, everyone makes that joke. I mean, they even did that in the Superman animated series with Lana talking to Clark, going like, okay, Clark, how many times did you look through the girls' locker room?
And notice he dodges the question.
Yeah. Like, I think the only time we had
Superman doesn't lie.
Yeah, I think the only time we had a Superman who like openly admits, yeah, I might use X-ray vision was in Superman Doomsday, aka the edgy Superman movie. Before Snyder.
Yeah, which in that movie is like, hey, do you have a girlfriend? I have to say it. Well, if I did, you'd be the first one to know, Miss Lane.
Yeah. And again, we have like this little meek. Yeah. Again, we have this interview, which again is a straight up just straight up like the Lois and Superman interviews that we usually get. Though, of course, we're talking about masks, which of course, Superman doesn't wear a mask. Literally, he doesn't wear a mask. Figuratively, yes, he does.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Hey, go right back at her. I know, baby. Okay, he has super hearing. Too. You can always say that too, but still kind of creepy to bring that up.
Yeah. I'm surprised that she didn't immediately go, okay, that's a little creepy that you might already know that you already knew that, but Yeah, Miss Fleischer. Yeah, I saw that. I saw
No,
that.
no, yeah.
Fletcher.
No, they're saying Fletcher.
Yeah,
I wish they had said Fleischer though.
yeah,
That would have been the perfect.
yeah.
Because they would have Lombard.
Yeah. Keep in mind, to my listeners here, we I had to keep it a little bit low because because I do live with other people, so I gotta keep it low a little bit and have the subtitles. So yeah, I might have misheard that. My bad.
Also, another thing too. Grant's last name is Gordon, which I do feel again, just not just the alliteration, but I do feel the fact it's specifically Gordon is probably a nod to the fact a lot of Superman's original costuming, outside of being based on strong, like circus strongman, was also kind of a nod to like some of the was also based around like Flash Gordon costumes.
Yeah, true.
In case it's not obvious, folks, we are mega nerds.
Yeah, no, we're massive geeks, dude. Uh, but yeah, uh, as we could see, now this is the part of the episode that is just straight up Doctor Who now, because yeah, for the first few, for the first few minutes, well, first half hour, it's been very, superhero. But this one is like this part here is straight up Doctor Who, as like the Doctor's now just doing his usual thing.
Yep, he's on the alien ship. He's walking around the companion.
Freaking dude. Okay, I feel like that's the guards with the antenna and stuff on their heads. I'm like, I feel like that's meant to be like a Star Wars reference, but at the same time, just looks so silly.
Yeah, Lobot has more dignity than you. Freaking Lobot.
Yeah, like, yeah. And again, Yeah, again, she's is about to get that moment of like, of her thinking
Lois, Lucy, there's something I have to tell you.
like he has.
Which, to be fair, which again, even that's kind of a nod to like, not to the first interview, he was like, Clark was going to like reveal himself and then backed out of it. Like, yeah. Also, seriously, you know what I feel this is a nod to as well?
Yeah.
When he has his glasses off and Lois just isn't looking, he's like, come on, look.
Just
look.
Notice him. like, especially in Superman 2. Remember in that one, like, his glasses are literally off and no one saw anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which...
Yep. Oh, and this is when the bad guys come in. With a brain ajar.
Also, let's be honest here. Given the speed feats we've seen him pull off, he should be able to rock her out of there almost instantly.
Yeah. Yeah, because, one thing I found surprising this one, they don't give him, like, a kryptonite.
Like, I'm pretty sure he has a high enough damage threshold. Like, well, here's the interesting question. Could he tank a Dalek blast?
Yeah, that's a good question. Like, I don't know. If they ever decide to bring this character back at some point, like, maybe that's something to bring up, like, because, yeah, like, it'd be really easy to do that.
Because, like, people always, like, think, oh, flying bricks are all, like, they have to have a kryptonite, like, which, to be fair, a lot of them do. Like, and hell, people say, well, what about Captain Marvel? He's pretty much a solid. Like, no, if you really notice, it's just more nuanced. Like, if he doesn't change back, Billy Batson will starve. Like, literally, like, even when they're the same person, like, human body's not getting any kind of sustenance, so, I mean, hell, that's how they killed Black Adam when they first showed up.
Well, yeah, like, they even kept that in, the animated film, where, like, Adam literally says the words, and he just turns to dust because, yeah, like, his powers make him immortal, but with the instant he says the words, he's screwed. Yep.
Which I feel like a lot of people forget too. Like they try to nerf Captain Marvel way too much compared to Superman. Like, okay, Superman's always going to be top dog. You don't have to nerf the competition, which technically isn't even the competition anymore.
Yep. Also, yeah, we're talking as like the Doctor's being confronted by the bad guys who think they have him trapped, which. Look, there is one thing. Look, to quote Matt Smith, there is one thing you never, never, never put in a trap, and that is him.
It's like, also, who the guy's giving me vibes of?
No.
Mads Mikkelsen from Casino Royale. Like just how he looks there on the screen.
Yeah, no, I can totally see a little bit of Lashif in there and stuff. Like, I mean, the only difference is that he's not crying tears or crying blood in his crying blood. Sorry, my cat is like just trying to mess with my stuff. No, do not eat my headphones.
Also, I will say, if we're talking like the troll trap line, there is one line I always do love from the Doctor, and it really comes from my least favorite Doctor, and
Who?
that's the Ninth Doctor.
Oh.
Well, you have no weapons, no plan. Yeah, and doesn't that just scare you to death?
Oh yeah, that is a
Because
great.
literally, you have the Doctor. It's one thing when the Doctor has a plan. You never want the Doctor to just wing it.
Yeah. Again,
You're
he
in
could
for a long
probably
pain.
again okay, he could probably break through those guys. Like I don't think they have super strength.
I wonder if they do. He literally shattered something glass that they stated to be able to withstand 4 nukes.
Yeah, like and they don't have weapons on her either. Like they literally like they have nothing to like,
Let,
like they're just holding her like they don't even have her on the ledge or something. I'm just like I don't want to like, be
yeah,
all
seriously, he just did it right there.
yeah. Like I don't want to be judgy and stuff on like on villainy and stuff. But I'm just saying if I'm a supervillain, I would like at least have a weapon. Okay, there you go. You pull out your gun out of your head. There you go. That's how you do it. Should have been doing that in the first place.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, I think it could have been a case of he was just listening to see what the plan was, like acting like he's being restrained or something. But even then, like the fact they just think they can hold the guy down.
Yeah, he's like I'm the
That
nanny.
literally shattered.
Yeah.
Basically, run.
Yep. Dun, 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 dun. I'm not gonna lie, that's probably my favorite Doctor theme.
Oh, hey, it's from my favorite Doctor. You have good taste.
Yeah.
So I will admit, am I a good man? Capaldi's theme really is just great though too.
Yep. Which I love the answer, and that is he is not a good man. He's an idiot with a box.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Doctor literally does like
Yep.
the classic move of press everything until it crashes.
Yeah, which again, like this is why literally locked. You had the nerve, the audacity, or the stupidity, really, to lock him in the ship's bridge.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I've seen this episode, so if it does sound weird that I sound a little surprised by the fact I know some of the stuff that goes down in the episode, that's the answer. I just haven't seen it in a while.
I last I saw it was basically maybe like 4 years ago.
Yeah, for me, I would say like right around like Capaldi's regeneration, I decided to like just marathon a bunch of his episodes. Because again, like I really grew to like the character, and I was kind of bummed out that Capaldi was leaving the show after only 3 seasons.
Which, to be fair, though, even he said, like, no, I've pretty much done everything I want to do as the Doctor.
Yeah.
So he wanted to leave on a high note.
Plus, he probably wanted to curse again, since apparently Capaldi decided that if I'm going to play a Doctor, I'm not going to curse.
Yeah, like literally, he made a point to like not even do it in public or like even like around friends or anything because he didn't want the risk of it going viral.
Yeah, he waited until Suicide Squad to do that.
Yeah, I know you missed. Why couldn't you just write a poem? Also, I love that. How much you want to bet too? This was also the Doctor's plan to just like, okay, you know what, Grant? Here, just tell her, and I'm gonna make sure you tell her because if you don't, everyone's dead.
Yeah, I know in Capaldi's Doctor. Yeah, he probably did.
The only living thing on Earth that can hear this frequency. Yep, that's For that brief moment, the Doctor was Lex Luthor.
Yeah. Yeah, it turns out the Lex Luthor was inside him the whole time. Though I mean, well, actually, technically, like I know I just like said that, but I just realized, wait, super intelligent alien, when technically he'd be Brainiac.
Yeah, the Brainiac never said that line.
Yeah, true, but I mean, whatever. I mean, hell, it's still kind. Well, you know what? Lex fused with Brainiac a few times, so screw it, it works.
Oh, he also has a bumbling sidekick in this one with Nardole, so let's be honest here, Nardole pretty could be his Otis.
Yeah, which I love the fact now that I love the fact now that thanks to Supergirl and also Superman Lois, they have brought back the idea that yeah, Lex needs an Otis. Doesn't have to be the same Otis, but there needs to be a guy named Otis. And he's literally just lifting it with one hand. Okay, yeah, he totally could have knocked those guys down.
Again, this is probably as far as like Superman XBs go, barring like guys like Invincible or Omni Man or anything, he's at least top tier. Like
Yeah.
this is like just pure classic. He's not even he just caught it without any kind of effort.
Yeah.
This
Also,
is
also
just
keep
he's just Superman.
keep in mind about the ghost here. So, like, I have to say, I was very impressed about because I was expecting this when I first saw it. He is the first like Superman XP I've seen in a long ass time who's not evil or an asshole.
Yeah, like I think I like the fact that also don't slap me like you know that.
Yeah.
But like again, like yeah, like I think people are getting tired of it because I don't know if you watch if anyone watching this watches Overly Sarcastic Productions. I actually did a video and Red from there said, yeah, no, making a Superman type character a villain is not original. You've essentially just made a supervillain. And that's just not interesting. A supervillain with that amount of power with nothing to really stop them just isn't that interesting.
Yeah. And again, looking at him,
Yeah.
again, looking like during this whole thing, where like, yeah, she's like, well, again, which is a sweet moment of like saying that, yeah, no, I want you as who you are, not as the ghost. But yeah, this moment right here, um, it also kind of like, it also, again, it gives me some Spider Man vibes from just the way he's dressed. Also, the doctor is like trying to explain to him, hey, look, I know you're having a good time, but, you know, you're,
Also, throw it into the sun, the classic Superman solution.
yeah, also he's like, "Hey, the baby's downstairs." Just gives him the baby monitor, and the doctor just like, and then the bad guy's like, "I still have a gun." No, you don't.
I think this is over. Yeah.
Yeah, like again,
Also, why do I feel like that was a nod to like the Joker right there? Like, you think you can steal from us and walk away? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I don't. Yeah, like again, I know I made a few references to Spider-Man stuff, but yeah, this was straight up. Like again, I'm surprised of how much like DC was in here. Like from what I remember, I don't remember that there being so much DC stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Unit comes in,
Yeah.
and oh man, that's a creepy scene.
Hey, the Corinthian.
Yeah. Okay, how did they do that so fast though? Like, what the hell?
And they've never returned yet.
Yeah, and like, okay, he decides, yeah, I'm gonna like leave the ghost behind for a bit, leave the superheroes of the comics, which I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, I feel like that they could have had a character like that, like like the Doctor create like because I always like the idea of the Doctor creating like heroes that could take care of a place that he can't always be, like. For example, like with Torchwood and what they try to do with Vastra and stuff, where she was essentially going to be like a Sherlock Holmes type character in Victorian England, which I think should have been a show. God damn it, that would have been cool.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That freaking thing.
Yep. Right now, my cats are just going nuts right now.
Also, I love this ending part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I appreciate Capaldi as the Doctor, especially for a scene like this, because, like, again, he gave vibes of both. Again, when you first meet him, he's a little bit like the third Doctor, a little bit like the sixth Doctor, but during, like, his second and third season, he starts acting more like the first, especially with a speech like that.
Yeah, because, like, again, which again makes the fact that he actually, his own, pretty much only previous Doctor team up was with the first even funnier.
Yeah. And here, like, Nels is like, yeah, no, like, like, kind of giving the idea that, yeah, he is a very powerful man, but he's also very lonely. Last person he had, like, the longest relationship he had was River, but River's gone now. Um, and she is gone for good. Like, to anyone that, like, I've heard some people, like, theorize, oh, she might come back. No, she's gone.
Yeah. Which.
Yeah.
Also, again, people always say, like, this kind of episode really just puts into perspective, too. Oh, here we go. Doctor Who. Doctor Mysterio.
Yep. He has that mad look. Okay, the shot of the city looks a little weird here. Like they took that from stock footage. Yeah, coming soon.
Yeah, but
yeah, we meet Bill here, and like a little hint of
underrated companion.
Oh yeah, no, Bill was freaking I really dug Bill and stuff, and like I love the fact that she at least got a shout out in the giggle and stuff. Unlike Rory, who just got snubbed. That's all right then.
Oh, hey. Yeah, like, oh, here's Amy.
Yeah.
She was married, right?
Yeah.
So here's Bill. So here's Clara. I mean, like actually, I like the idea that even the toy maker was like, yeah, I really don't care that much about this. I'm just doing it to get under your skin.
Yeah, but still, Rory, I feel like deserves to be on there because like the Doctor had to save Rory so many times, and like by the end of it, the last time they tried to save Rory, they couldn't save Rory, and Amy had to sacrifice herself to be with him. But yeah, but that's
Rory,
But yeah, that's yeah. Sorry, sorry, but yeah, that is the return of Doctor Mysterio. It's not my favorite of the Capaldi specials. I think that honor goes to the first Christmas special, but it's still pretty cool. What about you, Lunar? And why are you messing with the trash bag now? Come over here.
Honestly, when it comes to like Doctor episodes, it's easily in my top 10 as far as episodes go. As far as specials go, it's my favorite. Like, again, those of you who haven't been able to suss it out yet, I'm a gigantic Superman fan. Very favorite superhero of all time. This episode is just one giant love letter. To superheroes in general, but definitely, like, mainly Superman.
Yeah.
As we commented on relentlessly in this.
Yeah, I think this is the most...
I really love it.
Yeah, I think this is the most geeky we have gotten. And, like, mind you, we did X-Men a while back. That was our first.
Well, to be fair, we are more DC inclined.
Yeah, true. I mean, hell, a lot of people have seen some of my shorts and probably have noticed that, yeah, I cover more DC than Marvel. But yeah, I really liked it.
Both.
Yeah. But yeah, I really...
No, we love both.
Yeah, I love both.
Don't attack us.
Yeah, we love both and stuff. But, for me, I started with DC, so I'll sometimes usually gravitate more to the DC stuff. Plus right now, I've like there's a lot more DC titles that I'm enjoying. And again, my cat is messing with the trash can. What is going on with you today? Like
maybe that's the point we should sign out.
Yeah, like I'm gonna wrap this up here. This has been Biz.
This has been Lunar.
And we will see you all later.